Good day everyone, this is your Kuya CK and welcome to our YouTube channel. Panibagong accounting tutorial na naman ang gagawin natin, no? So, ang topic today is about adjusting the accounts or yung tinatawag natin na adjusting entries. Okay, pasensya na sa aking sulat, no? Pero adjusting entries yung pag-uusapan natin today. Okay? So, wag natin patagalin. Let's start. So, sa adjusting entries, meron tayong tinatawag na accrual basis of accounting. Ano yung ibig sabihin yan? Ito yung dalawang main concept, no, ng accrual basis. So, it is more about recognizing the revenues and the expenses. Pag revenues daw, nire-recognize natin si revenues under accrual basis of accounting kapag earned na siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ng earned, nagawa na natin yung dapat na service or na kailangan nating ibigay or i-deliver, no, sa ating client, or na-deliver na natin yung product na kailangan nating i-deliver sa kanila, okay, or sa mga clients natin. So yun yung idea ng pagre-record ng revenues under accrual basis. Okay? Pag expenses naman, nire-record or nire-recognize daw natin sa expenses kapag siya ay incurred na. Pag sinabi natin incurred, ibig sabihin na gamit na natin. Okay, for example, yung mga utilities natin, 'di ba? Ay yung mga electricity bills natin, 'di ba? Pinapadalahan tayo ng electricity bill after a month, okay? Or sa end of the month na. Meaning to say, saka tayo binibigyan ng bill kapag may na-incur na tayo na electricity. Okay? Kaya nga nakalagay sa bill natin kung magkano yung total nababayaran natin for our electricity. Okay? So, that is accrual basis of accounting. Okay? Revenues are recorded when earned, kapag na-deliver mo na yung product or nagawa mo na yung service. And expenses are recorded when incurred, kapag na-incur or nagamit mo na yung certain expenses. Okay? So, ganun siya. So, cash flows daw are irrelevant. Okay? Meaning to say, wala siyang pakinabang or hindi siya kailangan, hindi siya importante. Okay? Hindi siya importante in recognizing our revenues and expenses. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin yan? Kung kailan ka nagbayad or kailan ka binayaran, walang problema sa atin yun. Okay, hindi yun yung magiging basis natin sa pagre-record or pagre-recognize ng ating revenues or ng ating expenses. Okay, so si accrual basis is actually a GAAP, okay, or the generally accepted accounting principle. Isa siya sa GAAP natin, no? And ito yung talagang mostly na recommended, no, na gamitin ng mga businesses, yung accrual basis. Okay? Apart from accrual basis, meron pang isang basis which is the cash basis, no? Sabi dito, does not record transaction until cash is received or paid. Ibig sabihin, kabaliktaran siya nung accrual basis. Sabi natin kanina, pag accrual basis, irrelevant si cash flows. No, irrelevant siya. Pero pag cash basis yung ginagamit ni business, relevant yung cash, yung flow ng cash. Meaning to say, kung kailan ka nagbayad or kailan ka naka-receive ng cash, doon ka lang magre-record ng transaction. Okay? Under din na adjusting entries, meron tayong tinatawag na periodicity concept or dito na tatakel yung periodicity concept, no? So, ang ibig sabihin lang naman yan is meron tayong yung economic life ni business, yan, economic life ni business ay dinidivide into certain periods like monthly, annually, etc. Pwede din quarterly, ganyan. Para mas madali for the company or for the business, no, to record their transactions. Okay? Kasi ang hirap naman na i-record mo lang yung transactions at the end of the year. So, ang hirap nun, hindi mo alam kung baka may mga misplace ka na mga transactions, no, or mga source documents, hindi mo na-record agad, no, or hindi mo na-perform yung mga adjusting entries na kailangan. So, later on, i-discuss natin bakit kailangan ng adjusting entries. Okay? So, dito din sa adjusting entries, meron tayong mga key terms, no, about sa periods ng isang company. So, meron tayong apat na terminologies na kailangan tandaan. Una, fiscal year. Pag fiscal year, any 12 consecutive months. A period of any 12 consecutive months. Meaning to say, basta 12 months tuloy-tuloy and hindi kailangan or kahit kailan siya mag-start or kailan siya mag-end, okay lang. Basta 12 months consecutive. Okay? Yun yung, ang kabaliktaran na to ay yung calendar year. Si calendar year kasi, meron siyang annual period pa din na nag-e-end ng December 31. Okay? December 31 nag-e-end lahat, lagi, yung calendar year. Okay? So, ganun siya. Pag natural year naman, 12-month period din na ends when business activities are at lowest level of the annual cycle. Okay? So, para din siyang fiscal year. No? Pero, pag sinabing natural year, yun nga, sa lowest level ng annual cycle, meaning to say, yun yung mga tinatawag na, probably pwede nating tawagan na slack season, or kaya, yun yung mga mahina yung operations ng business, ganun. So, natural year yung tawag doon, kapag nag-e-end siya by that period, or by that time, okay, of the year. And then, lastly, ay interim period naman. Ito yung mga less than a year na period. Okay? May mga businesses kasi na yung isang buong operating cycle nila ay hindi naman umaabot ng 12 months or hindi sakto na 12 months. Minsan, 8 months lang, 7 months, ganon. Then, another period na naman. So, ang tawag natin doon ay interim period. Okay? So, meron ding mga businesses na ang annual reporting period nila ay 52 weeks. Okay? Kumbaga, nakadepende yung year, hindi sa kung ilan yung months, but kung ilan yung weeks. Okay? And by that, meron tayong 52. Okay? 52 weeks. Yan. So, bakit nga ba kailangan ng adjusting period? Or adjusting entries? Ano ba yung purpose niya? Okay? So, adjusting entries is about changing the balances at the end of the period to correct balance. Okay? So, we are performing adjusting entries para maitama natin yung mga balances natin. Okay? Balances of our accounts. Kasi may mga balances dyan or may mga transactions kasi na nag-occur, 'di ba? Within a period of time, pero may mga effects pa siya. Okay, may mga effects pa yung mga transactions na yon na unrecorded, okay? And mas mape-perform or mare-record at the end of the period na. Okay, wherein nag-perform tayo ng adjusting entries. So, ano yung effect ni adjusting entries kapag hindi siya nagawa? Okay? There will be circumstances na yung mga accounts natin o yung mga balances ng accounts natin ay pwedeng overstate or overstated yung balances or pwede ding ma-understate or understated. Ano yung ibig sabihin yan? Pag overstated, meaning to say, yung supposedly na balance ng isang account ay mas mataas dun sa recorded balance niya. Okay? For example, ang current balance ni cash ay 5K. Okay? 5K. Pero, supposedly, dapat ang record lang niya or ang balance lang niya ay 3K. Okay? So, pag ganyan, overstated itong 5K or si cash kasi 5K siya when in fact dapat 3K lang. Pag understated naman, mas mababa yung current record sa kung ano yung supposedly na dapat na record. For example, ang record natin ngayon ay 3K for cash pero dapat 5K siya. So, understated. Okay? So, pag ganyan, pag overstated or understated yung ating accounts, no, pagdating sa reporting sa financial statements, ibig sabihin, hindi siya fairly presented. Okay? 'Di ba sabi nga natin sa FS, ang FS natin ay dapat fairly presented. Okay? Kasi yan yung ino-audit ng mga auditors, no? Pag hindi fairly presented yung ating mga account sa FS, ibig sabihin, qualified siya, qualified opinion. Okay, nagpapasok na agad tayo ng audit terms, no? Pero, yun yung importante sa FS. Dapat fairly presented, no? Hindi siya overstated, hindi understated yung mga accounts natin, yung mga balances, ganyan. Kaya importante si adjusting entries. Kasi siya yung nagtatama ng balances ng mga accounts ni business. Okay? So, yun yung introduction natin. So, sa adjustments, meron tayong tinatawag na, may dalaw tayong types, no? We have the deferrals and the accruals.